Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And right away, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense. Big play for the...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley from 13 yards out. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
All right, off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
On first down, it's Gurley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Now Goff. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. This is caught. It's Cooks. And down inside the 15 he goes. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 41 yards. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Ben to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
77.
They'll come out in the pistol. They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Los Angeles Rams coming back out for their next drive. Let's just take a peek at what they've done so far this year. We mentioned earlier they're 3-0, but it's how they've done it. All 3 wins by double digits.
Yeah, they've gotten after people, and people were wondering how will they start the season, because in preseason they didn't show a whole lot and not many frontline guys played. And they've come out blazing, so big credit to their coaching staff. Big credit to the players for having that maturity to be ready to go. And they are pointing towards the Super Bowl, and rightly so. They're winning on offense. The defense is shutting people down. They even blocked a punt on Sunday against the Chargers.
First time they've won those 3 games by double digits since '99. Now, they were in St. Louis then, but that's the year they won the Super Bowl. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Got a man. It's Brown. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Snickers, 66.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going top shelf for... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. That's it.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Got some room at the 30. Good move by Gurley. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without it.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They go play action here on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Bell, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know a field goal ties it, but I'm not just tempted to go for it. I say do it. At this spot in the field, go get the touchdown.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Like 20. Squirrel. Iggy. Iggy. 20 seconds.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun. Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Snickers. Snickers. King. Coming to you. 8.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Jordan Berry now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Taken right around the 44. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's gone. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here we go. Jack 16.
First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Set. Blue 30. Jack 16.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's looking deep for Bell. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And he is in for the score. Absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, a great game to